G'day, I'm Matt Stone and we're here on Larrakia country with my mate Daniel Motlop.
My grandmother and her mother are Larrakia people, so we come from that bloodline. I spent some time having a footy career, I suppose, and really looking for an opportunity to do something good. I spent some time in government as the Chief Minister's advisor in the Northern Territory and learned a lot about Aboriginal communities and economic development and setting up sustainable jobs through native foods, and decided to start a small harvesting business, and from there it led to us buying something wild in the Adelaide Central markets. Then we wanted to go into spirits and try and make a green out gin. Yeah, it's very sustainable. The way we do it, we've had to learn other techniques to be able to make sure that it's going to be there forever. Everything we harvest, we treat it with respect. We don't send seeds down south for something wild, and we keep the seed here, and then we go out and replant during that certain season when we know it'll reproduce. You know, we always want to protect the land, and you know, the country that we live on is very important to us. So basically, the 7 seasons, you know, our motto is, you know, the world's oldest new flavours, and it's pretty much saying that native ingredients are only just being used within our country. We've always used, obviously, your conventional herbs and fruits and all that sort of stuff. Now we're starting to discover, you know, the great native ingredients we have in our own country, and you know, that comes with obviously sustainability. So as Australians, it's great to be showcasing that.
For me, Indigenous produce is the most exciting ingredients we can be cooking with. There's this whole flavour profile of things that are so unique, no one else in the world has, and there's been all of these different culinary techniques brought into Australia, you know, all through Europe, French cooking, Spanish cooking, Italian cooking. So all of those techniques we can now take advantage of and then apply that to native foods that we have here in Australia. So we're going to cook a barramundi wrapped in paper bark with some green ant gin. We've got some fresh native herbs. So we've got some native thyme, which has that kind of eucalyptusy minty flavour, and then some native pepper leaf. So this is really kind of fiery and spicy, a bit like wasabi. And the NT, these sort of ingredients grow really prolifically because of the climate, basically. So the green tree ants have this lovely lemongrassy, lemon-limey sort of flavour, a perfect accompaniment in gin. Working with local sustainable ingredients is kind of a no-brainer for me. It's really simple. You know, in the search for the most delicious food as a chef, through years of going to different farms, going to different markets, meeting different growers and producers, that's led me to honestly say that the more ethically produced the food is, the more delicious the food is. It's quite simple. This griddle plate is such a great tool to have on the induction. You can grill skewers on it, you can cook a steak on it, it's great for vegetables, it's great for toasting bread. It's just an awesome, efficient thing to have in the kitchen. The combi steam oven is such a great tool to have in the kitchen at home. We can steam, we can roast, we can do both. It's basically 3 in 1.
As I suppose, a supplier of native foods, it's a bit exciting, you know, to work with, you know, Aboriginal communities, but also think about that sustainability piece for native foods and protecting our culture. When we harvest something, we obviously want it to be there for next year, so you've got to harvest during the right times. And the greatest thing about working with chefs and blokes like yourself, I suppose, is that, you know, you put it on a plate and they do stuff that's pretty amazing with it. And to have chefs tell that story of where that ingredient comes from, it's pretty exciting for us as people, and a chance to share culture that is everyone's culture, I suppose, here in Australia.